welcome to our special show For and Against. We come to you from Aligarh Muslim University, AMU, incorporated in 1920. It's one of the oldest universities in the country, just 140 kilometers from Delhi. Now, in Uttar Pradesh, of course, right now the hot topic of conversation is elections. That is what everyone is discussing and debating. But for the moment, it's been overtaken by another topic, and this is a topic that is being debated and discussed across the country, in every home, in every corner, in every street, and that is demonetization. Now, it's been a month of demonetization, and there are still a lot of views for and against the entire exercise that has been undertaken by this government. So let's find out from the students what they think about this issue. All right, so we're joined here by students of Aligarh Muslim University, and some of them are for demonetization, some are against it. So who's for it? Okay, so this is the group for it, and against are these guys. So first let's speak to who is for it. So why don't you tell me why you support this demonetization?
The reason why I support demonetization, it is one of the best policy that was passed by the BJP government after this election. Yeah, it has some implementation issues, but
Sure.
why I think it is important is we face a lot of problems every day. We face there are a lot of illegal activities carried around in this economy, and this demonetization has, you know, just cut it from its roots. So all these were a lot of black money is kept in 500,000 notes. So just discontinuing it will create a problem for those who kept it. So that is why I support it.
Okay, so that's a reason for supporting it, and she admits that there has been problems in implementation. Okay, tell me.
She said that currency that has banned, right? But major portion of black money, they are stored in Benami properties, unnamed accounts, golds and properties and diamonds. So these are the things that they are hoarding.
Alright,
So
so
only currency will not affect the black economy. You know, black economy is very
I think
different.
there are going to be a few more steps that we're expecting from this government.
But not with this mismanagement and miscalculation. It has created total chaos. Aligarh is known for lock industry. You see, all laborers, they have been given forced leave. Nobody is working there. 300 people are working in the lock industries. Now they are working 30 people.
So it has you know, affected the economy, affected a lot of labor, and so how do you defend that?
Ma'am, first of all, the move that had been taken by the government of India was due to 4 reasons. First of all, eradication of fake currency, eradication of black money, eradication of parallel economy, and also curbing the circulation of black money in the economy. Okay, and I want to give one estimate, one statistic for you all, that about 23.2% of the total Indian economy consists of black money, and that is, please listen to me, that is, I'm telling that, okay, please wait, and from it, 86% is in cash. It is according to World Bank estimate of 2007, and it has been printed by the Huffington Post also. So you can check the link also for that.
So the point you're making is that this money has now come back into circulation, and it's going to
be taken for getting this black money eradicated and getting the circulation back into the economy so that the money itself can be used for the betterment of the economy.
Okay, so the point it is, I want you to answer it on the...
So no one from either side is debating the issue whether that this will achieve certain part of, you know, eradicating black money. No one's debating that. But the question is, does this achieve the end? Does this means, if this is a means at all, does it achieve the end? Because if at all they wanted to come up with this move of doing this, they decided on 7th of November, if I'm not mistaken, 8th of November.
It was announced,
It could have been
yes.
decided on 7th, we never know. That on 8th. So then, why wasn't the government prepared? So when I heard about this move for the first time, I was under the impression that this is a good idea. And I was quite assured that the government would have done its homework, would have come up with the notes prepared, printed, and that the next morning the notes would be in the ATM. But we were sadly mistaken.
But the Prime Minister did say that it's going to be a few weeks. He said till the 30th of December. So what about that?
What were the emergency measures that were taken to ensure that for a few weeks we can't just go cashless, right? And
But
we need to
there-
survive. We need to survive.
There is cash, but yes, it is difficult. Tell me.
Even if, let's assume for the sake of argument, that demonetization is perfect, there is nothing wrong with it, okay, the policy. But, like, are we going to, we are going to achieve it at what cost? There are so many people dying, there's so many people suffering, there are laborers, etc., who are standing in lines all day, unable, their entire means of living depends upon the time they are investing to it. Like, for example, the rickshaw pullers, the daily wage wage laborers, etc. What are we doing to them? We are achieving, even if we even if this achieves the
If I could just give you an example.
yeah,
One second, I want to take this point back to them.
without you know, sans black money, even if the country
Ma'am, on
becomes
the
like
issue
that, but at what cost? It will be colored with the blood
Okay,
of
so you're saying that the costs have been too high. What do you have to say to that? That you know, the opposition is going on about, I think the list has gone over 100 now of what they allege are deaths due to demonetization. So what do you have to say about that? Is the cost too high?
Yes, you are right about that. I only argue that one point is that what happened in this demonetization. Demonetization is only for the purpose of change, and society always restrict change. It is natural phenomena. Whether the change is becomes
We always resist
yes,
it.
resisted,
Especially
and
a big
whether
change
this
like
resist
this.
will loss or gain or profit. One thing I want to point out that what is the purpose of the demonetization? Demonetization's purpose is the development, growth, and one should remind that one point is that growth is dependent upon every country's growth depends upon the institution, and institutions play a key important role to provide economic growth and economic development. But the one point is that no doubt this demonetization decline the improvement or the role of the RBI particularly. No doubt that this demonetization will decline the role of the RBI, because this all policies is guided by the finance ministry. That's why it is very bad. And we if the people lose this confidence of the bank, then institution lose its own confidence, and it is very harmful for the country. Then we must concerned about that, to confine the faith of the institution. Without institution we can't develop the society or the country.
All right, so he's making the point that every time there is a big change, there's an upheaval in society, does happen. Okay, who hasn't spoken? Come, let me speak to them. So, a big change, it does cause upheaval in society. There are costs.
Yeah. Costs regarding anything of what? Of human life, of liberty that the government is supposed to protect. Secondly, if we are saying that we will move towards, we are not achieving the end goal. When we are talking of demonetization, we are only talking of black money. What of the fake currencies? What of the new notes which will come into fake currency transactions?
Well, the old notes, the old fake currency, a lot of it has been removed because
has been removed, but it was how much? 84% was the economy which was in flow, 500 and 1,000 rupee notes. Furthermore, it is the RBI's account that only 0.02% of this money, the money which has been demonetized, was fake currency. So just for 0.02%, you tax 84% of that? Where is the rationale behind it?
But don't you think that a lot of us sit and complain, we talk about black money, we've talked about a lot of issues, a lot of us, but now finally a step has been taken, which is a difficult step, it's no doubt about that. So do you think that we need to support it? Okay, I will just come back.
Talking about supporting it, if it would have benefited anyone, like our economy, we would have supported it open-heartedly. But you see, the economy of our country, like around 30 to 40% of our economy is based on the small-scale industries. And like for example, the Aligarh lock industry, I mean, it is on the verge of being shut down. So what? I mean, how are we benefiting? The GDP is going down, the
Let me
Sensex
take this
is
to
going
them.
down.
The impact on the economy, I'll come back to you, but the impact on the economy, yes, that has been spoken about. But is there some pain that we are undergoing right now? Maybe in the days to come, we're going to see some benefits. What would you say to that?
When you talk about GDP especially, so GDP just considers the formal economy, right? But around 20% of the 20%. I'm sorry, this money will accounts to up to 20% of the GDP.
Okay, and this will come back into
if this comes back into the system, so this eventually has it to increase the GDP.
The real estate market has really slipped out from the hands of the middle class, and you see everywhere the cost of the articles, small articles, is going high. So it is really a necessary step to curb. The Benami transaction rule is passed, law is passed. It will really clean the economy. We want a cleaner economy in India, and that will really help in the long-term benefit.
Okay, come, why don't you talk?
Yeah, so I have this question for the current government, that if demonetization was in fact such a good measure, then when Congress proposed it in the previous government, why was BJP so staunchly against it, making the same point that it's going to affect the economy right now and that it's going to slow down the business? That's what the BJP said. And if it was in fact to control the black money that is used in the elections. Then when the Supreme Court came up with the proposal that you have to include your funding in the affidavit, why was BJP against it? Why did they not report their funding?
Okay, perhaps we needed a strong leadership to bring about demonetization.
We are not supporting BJP or any of their laws they have been passed. We are supporting a policy that is overwhelming and that is for the betterment of the country as a whole. We should try to understand it and don't make it a political issue.
Absolutely. Let's also discuss the issue of a cashless economy. There's been a lot of talk of e-wallets and how a lot of our population should switch. Even farmers have been told that, you know, your mobile phones can be your wallets, can be your banks. So let's discuss that. And do you think it's possible in our country to have a cashless economy? What do you think?
Initially, there will be some problems. There will be some problems faced by the public. But then, talking about long run, in future, it will help in the betterment of the country only. It will help like curbing terrorist activities, funding. It will ultimately help. Like Prime Minister said, that this is the last queue to end all the queues.
By cashless, we don't mean no cash at all, obviously.
Let me tell you, 87% people, they don't have access to internet, right, in India. So this is the ground reality we need to understand. The second thing is that I just need to ask, does Vijay Mallya have cash, black money in cash? Huh? No, it is not. So how do you think that it can curb black money? Because those industrialists, big industrialists, they don't have cash in 96% of the black money is not in the form of cash. So how do you think that cash money is going to help?
Let's come back to that same point.
Only 40% of the citizens have bank account currently in India. What about the 60% who are suffering, who have saved money in cash, have taxed it, but cannot exchange that money in the bank?
I think those people are being facilitated by the banks. Yes, what do you?
The basic loophole behind this cashless economy is they were only focusing on the fake currency notes, which is only 0.028% in the whole in the whole 14 billion currency in the country. So they were focusing on this very small fake currency note. So is it necessary to put 84 lives on death for this cashless economy, for converting the India into the cashless economy?
So again we come back to the costs of it. Yes.
They mentioned that people don't have access to the banking system. So majority of the people may not have access to the banking system, but people with 90% of the money, because around the rich 10% in India own 80% of the wealth. So roughly 90% of the people with the wealth do have access to a banking system, which will channel it back into the banking system.
Today's report of RBI, it has collected around 11.25 lakh crore rupees and it has been made into deposit in the account. That money would be first of all used for the betterment of the country. And secondly, listen to me. Secondly, we Indians love to hold gold. We have this habit. So we have to bring in the faith.
And that is something even Mr. Chidambaram used to complain about, if you remember the previous UPA regime.
We should understand that if our money is being used in the economy, it is for our welfare only.
We are still very divided about the reality of a cashless economy, of e-wallets, and clearly you can see a lot of different opinions. It's time for us to take a break. After the break, we'll come back and talk about the politics and what different netas have been saying on the issue of demonetization. That's coming up after this short break. Welcome back to our very special show, For and Against, and we've been discussing the very controversial issue of demonetization. A lot of voices for it, a lot of voices against it, a lot of opinions, but now we're going to talk about politics and demonetization and some of the opinions that we've been hearing from our politicians, from many of our chief ministers as well, and given that we're in Uttar Pradesh, the role demonetization may play in the coming UP election. So first I'd like to hear from this side. What do you think? Do you think it will... What has the impact been of demonetization in UP?
Firstly, there would be a crisis of party funds. Initially, because most of the parties, as we know, due to the corruption and every other issue, most of the party funds are supplied through black money and other various illegal means. So basically that curbs it. The second fact is that, yes, BJP people are also getting caught, but it's not like that only BJP people will get caught. Everybody will get caught. So
you think the parties have taken a hit as a lot of this money was used during elections?
Yes, so right now we are discussing about the overall impact, not something which is restricted to party and other only the majority and the other parties.
So the first elections, one of the first that we're going to see is UP elections, and we're going to see how the removal of so much black money, how it will impact the elections.
Yeah, we must understand that every policy has its pros and cons, but we
Right.
should always look at the final verdict of the policy. Okay, so this policy was implemented by the government at this time, at such a major event, because we have elections in 5 states right now, and there would be a lot of transaction of black money. So this should be taken as a right step by the government, by the people. They should understand that the government has implemented this step at this time to strengthen the democracy of the country.
What we have to see that the BJP has taken a brave move. They know that they will become unpopular, but they have done this. Because overall, in the long run, it will help our economy, it will help our citizens, and it has sent to a message to the world that we as a developing country are willing to take the steps that are not being taken by the European Union. They were trying to demonetize the 500 euro note, and they were not able to do it, and they had even named it the Bin Laden note.
Just one point. Ma'am, there was the first person who spoke, and there's a wide acceptance here that political parties, somewhere or the other, have the money that they get is an amount of black money for sure. That is what the first speaker has also said, and that is a wide acceptance. If that is the case, then why take the longer approach of having demonetization? Why not just scrutinize the funds that the parties get?
That is, of course, something that's been demanded.
Why
and
not
no
do that?
party so far has agreed, but you're right, that is an issue. We've had Mamata Banerjee speaking against this. We've had Mayawati speaking against. But interestingly, Nitish Kumar has been supporting. We've had Chief Minister of Bihar, who is not known to be very friendly with Narendra Modi, let's put it that way, supporting this move. So what do you have to say about that? Naveen Patnaik as well.
Yeah, in politics, everybody looks up to their profit and what they want to do in the long run. But the fact is that this was only a political gimmick to give an image that we're doing something in this government.
Yeah, I must say one thing, that already our government knows that already they were clean bowled in 3 states, and that is why they are afraid in UP election also, in Delhi, in West Bengal, and in Bihar. And that is why they have done this process, and they have taken this a great, and they are saying that it is brave. I don't think so. It is already brave. It is a coward act.
1 second, why don't you speak?
If you want to make the election process more transparent, then how about giving Lokpal and giving more power to the RTI, and instead of just having demonetization before every election?
They have a lot of opinions about how this has come before UP elections, and they're saying it's going to backfire as well. What do you think on that?
No doubt they are saying right about that. One point where we should concern about that.
Oh, so you agree with the point that they're making?
Not all points are not. I'm not agree with all points, but I will agree with the one point. So whatever said by the Manmohan Singh in the Parliament, this demonetization scheme will always will impact in the long run. As Keane says, we are all dead in the long run. It will not impact in the long run. It will only for the short term period. So we should not most concerned about that demonetization. If the majority of the party is trying to politics on this particular issue, then it is too bad for the whole country, because then there are a number of issues which is dead in the Parliament, and the majority of the country suffers from this, and there is no solution. No one party is trying to solve this problem.
Ma'am, as they are arguing that means only demonetization is not going to fill all the holes that have been made over the years. Due to faulty economic policy, the hole is not going to be filled just with one decision. But it should be taken. It should be viewed as the initiation of a package of reforms that is required.
Plus, a channel of 50 days was given. Those 50 days are not over yet, and of course, give time. But people are dying. I agree to all of that. But the thing which is coming is like we should wait. Patience. We should keep patience and let the channel subside.
If they were given 1,000 before this denomination, now they are giving 2,000. This will pay some of the corruption, obviously.
He's saying, why don't you wait and see? We've been told that we are fevers and difficulties.
The point of 50 days was not mentioned in any press release of Finance Ministry, RBI, or the Prime Minister's office. It is a political rhetoric of Prime Minister. He said this in the Pune rally. It was not any official statement. He's using this. We as a youth need to understand the difference between a political rhetoric and an official statement.
I think one point that all the students are agreed about is that we need more transparency when it comes to the funding of our political parties, but I think that's something we're going to have to wait a very long time for. But thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you all for watching. Goodbye.
They are all